Hi everybody, it's Anita from Digger's Veggie Kitchen in Anglesea. Firstly, I wanted to talk to you about the conference that I just went to. It is the Australasian Nutrition in Healthcare Conference, and it was the first one for Australia, and it was held in Melbourne. So I was lucky enough to go. And I just learnt so much. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that I already know, but a lot of new information as well, and a lot of stories of healing, and the energy in the room was fantastic. It was just brilliant to be in a whole room full of people that are just passionate about health, are on board, have got the correct information about nutrition, because there is so much miscommunication and misinformation out there, but this is the actual it's a grassroots movement. We are, I believe, pioneers of a new revolution in health, and it was great to float some ideas about how to get it out there to mainstream people, because the truth will always come out throughout history, and there is so much science and so much evidence, and even more evidence and science emerging about the power of nutrition in healthcare. I have my own personal journey with my family and their journey to health, so I believe it is the future of healthcare. But what was really interesting is reading about doctors for nutrition and what the approach is. I mean, there are a lot of different approaches, but I was just reading this recently, and I thought, the idea is to get it out there more in healthcare, and what better way to approach this is to have doctors educated in the power of nutrition, because nutrition is far greater than any pill. So optimal nutrition is, it's whether you are healthy or whether you're going to go down the path of many people in the Western world and succumb to illness. So getting it out there in the medical field would be optimal, I think, because most people, when they're not feeling well, or they've got some kind of illness, will go to their doctor and ask for advice, and often the doctor hasn't got the the nutritional education on how to heal people. So getting it out there in the medical or healthcare training field would be optimal. So training doctors in nutrition would be, that will be the future. I mean, it's already happening in the States. There is nutrition training, and this is science-based nutrition training. This is an industry, outdated curriculum. This is science-based evidence, and there is just so much out there, but the medical industry hasn't got a hold of it yet. So down the track, hopefully that will happen. I guess it's just a matter of as healthcare practitioners to to learn as much as we can, all science-based, and then continue to inform the general public. So the ones that are interested in their own health. So it's just interesting to see so many doctors, a lot of them from the States, and and Australian doctors as well too, that are all about getting it out there in the medical field. So who knows, in 50 years time, when you go to your doctor and you've got diabetes or something, he'll write you out a prescription for spinach and broccoli instead of injecting yourself with insulin. And I've seen this happen before my eyes on our last health immersion program. with Plant-Based Health Australia, we had a lady who had diabetes, and she just found out about our immersion programs, you know, 2 days before the next one started, and she booked herself in, flew down from Queensland, and she had a little bit of knowledge because she'd watched the I Thrive series that were available online for no cost for a short amount of time. So she'd seen one and it just blew her mind, so she watched the whole lot, and yeah, found out about the immersion, booked herself in, flew down, and well, on the 4th day of eating whole food plant-based, she was able to reduce her diabetes medications by 2/3, and that's just in 4 days of eating this way. So she was, as you can imagine, pretty happy to have stumbled across it. And I had a message a couple of weeks ago that she has since lost 13 kilos, and she was pretty over the moon and feeling so much better, feeling great. Still got a ways to go, but she is just on the right path, and we know if she continues to eat this way, she will get to her goal weight, her goal, or reach her health goals. And yeah, it's so encouraging to hear so many health journeys. So if you can join the Doctors for Nutrition Facebook page, you'll get a lot of information and inspiration. Stay on my channel because I'm going to show you in a moment how to use the air fryer. So very basic recipe. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is some potatoes. And actually we're going to make them into wedges. Now, who doesn't love chips? So wedges are just another form of chips. They're just shaped a little bit differently. So I'm going to show you how to make yummy wedges that are whole food plant-based, much better than any chip that you buy, you know, that's deep fried or out of a packet or whatever. So let's get started. So I've got these extra large potatoes. I find these really hard to get in the store, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much what size potatoes you get, but I would say probably get the larger ones because yeah, they just make really yummy wedges. They're also really great to do a whole baked potato, which you can do as well with a crispy skin. You can see here that they're, yeah. And what I'm going to do now is cut them into the size of wedges. Now what I'm going to do is parboil them. I want them really nice and soft on the inside, and I want them crunchy on the outside. So really, really soft. So what I'm going to do now is drain the potatoes. Potatoes go there, and I'm going to okay. So it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to take them out, give them a little shake, pop them back in again. So I've got my bowl full of spinach. I'll just add some potatoes, cherry tomatoes, add in some sweet potato as well because I've got them that are left over, and then I'm going to add, I think, whoops, of my queso, and there's lunch. So there you have it. You've got a beautiful, nutritious, healthy, delicious lunch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.